A good part about having good, healthy communication is knowing what kind of communication style you have. And knowing that style is important as it pertains to how you navigate through conflict. So they operate in four different styles and stages. You may know them as passive, passive aggressive, aggressive, and assertive. I want to break all four of these down and talk about how you can be a better communicator in this natural style that you have. So first are going to be your passive people. And these are the people who do not like conflict, and so they will avoid conflict at any price. And what's important to know about the passive person is that a lot of times passive people are also empaths, but they can hide their passive nature behind being empathetic. Does that make sense? The problem with passive people is that they internalize their pain because they don't want to have a conflict, they don't want to have a confrontation, and because of that, they end up getting walked on. They ended up feeling walked on. We talked about that in part of the boundary series about how empaths can feel just abused. And that happens when people are passive and they're not good at expressing themselves and expressing how they feel. The second category is going to be your passive aggressive people. Passive aggressive people are the ones that are like passive people. They avoid conflict, but at this point it's seeping through in their life, and you start to see it in unhealthy ways. And so a passive aggressive person will say that I'm not mad, but then they'll slam a door. I'm not mad, but they'll give you the silent treatment. I'm not mad, but they'll freeze you out. I'm not mad, but they'll stomp, right? And so those are passive aggressive tendencies. You say that you're not mad, but you're showing it in other ways. Then you have your aggressive people, right? And these are the ones that I feel like are the passive people that's had enough, right? They've internalized it, and so their baseline now is extremely low, and because it's low, they are just really easy to just pop off, right? They are very angry, they are very snappy, they are the ones who are prone to really just lash out and can just be very, like, even violently angry sometimes, and I'm talking about it as it pertains to conflict. They're the ones who let it boil up until it's hit their point, and they have a tendency to express their hurt in unhealthy ways, more vocally, more like, yeah, there's this problem that we have, but I'm going to insult you while I do it, or tear down your character while I do it. I'll attack you while I do it. So that's that kind of person. And then, and all three of these, passive aggressive, and aggressive, these are not very healthy characteristics. Every single person on this planet should move toward the fourth category, and that's being assertive. And assertive are going to be the people who do a good job of expressing themselves from an emotional standpoint, non-emotionally, right? They can be objective. They can communicate that, hey, you hurt me, and I have a desire for us to fix this issue, and here's where I stand on this, but they do it in a way that's healthy, and we should all move toward having a healthier expression of the way that we navigate these different things. And so those are the four styles: passive aggressive, aggressive, and assertive. All of us should push toward being assertive people. I got more on this topic before we dive again into full-fledged conflict, so stay locked.